In exactly a week from today, voters will head to the polls in person to cast their ballots. A lot of ballots have already been cast in Arizona's primary election. Thousands of voters signed up for early voting, and the deadline to get those ballots in, early vote, is today. Got to get it in the mail today. Fox 10's Nicole Garcia joins us live with more. They will count the ballot if it's late, but it won't count on election day yet. They'll have to count it afterwards if they need the votes, right?
Well, according to election officials, if your ballot arrives late after 7 o'clock p.m. Tuesday night, your vote is not going to count. So that's why it's important to try to make the deadlines. And today is the deadline to mail your early ballot in because, again, you want to give it enough time, about 7 days, for it to get postmarked and received by the elections department again before 7 o'clock next Tuesday. So that's a total of 7 days. Now, in Maricopa County, officials say hundreds of thousands of voters, about half of the expected voters who are expected to turn out this primary election, have already returned their ballots, and those ballots have already been verified.
It's important for me to vote early because it's a lot easier to achieve than going to the polls on voting day.
Avoiding the crowds and voting with ease are among the top reasons many Arizonans cast their ballots early. Some feel more secure dropping it off than mailing it.
I just remembered that it was today. It was the last day to mail, but I have PTSD from the last election.
How so?
Everybody was running to here to drop off their ballots because nobody trusted the mails.
The turnout in Maricopa County is expected to be about 30 to 40% of registered voters. So workers anticipate processing around 850,000 ballots.
We've received back in signature verified a little over 400,000. So as far as the vote that we're actually going to get in Maricopa County, we expect that we've already received and processed about half of it.
The county recorder says so far the breakout of returns are about evenly split between Republican and Democratic ballots. The elections department is still trying to recruit more temporary workers, specifically for warehouse positions. The pay recently raised to $19 an hour.
They get all of the voting booths and all of the pens, every piece of equipment that needs to be prepared and readied. They get all of that together. They do all of those deliveries out at our voting location.
And the elections department also still offering sign-on bonuses of $1,000 to $1,750 for people to apply. Again, election day is next Tuesday. So there's going to be more than 200 vote centers open next week for people to vote at. So if you didn't get that early ballot in the mail today and you just kind of want to make sure it's not late, then you can physically drop it off to any ballot box or vote center all the way up until election day. And this year, those voters who plan to go to a poll to vote in person, well, there's something new. Elections officials are asking voters not to bring their own pens, but to use a very specific pen when you vote next Tuesday. We'll have more on that at 6 o'clock. Reporting live, I'm Nicole Garcia, Fox 10 News.